Now I'm standing here in the parking lot in front of the S. Walken & Son Marine Building, and the proposed plan from the ministry to alleviate the traffic congestion in Blue Hills is going to take two phases. The first phase is going to be to extend the road from a 2-lane road coming out of Blue Hills to now 4 lanes. Now that extension is going to start in front of the Walken Marine Building and extend to the Blue Hills roundabout right behind me. But if you can take a look here, it's about 8:45 at this point, and the traffic coming out of Blue Hills passing the Walken & Son Marine Building is still quite heavy. So that might lead one to think that the issue may not be extending the road at this point, but finding another solution for getting residents out of the area of Blue Hills more smoothly. These are the diagrams released by the Ministry of Infrastructure as solutions. However, frustrated residents coming out of the Blue Hills area this morning not convinced.
That's not fair. They have to do all the road then. You just can't do half the road. To walk in Marine to Millionaire and report what you can do. They can do that. Tell them no hell, no can't work. Do all the road.
This is not a situation where the traffic is only being backed up only at the gas station. We're talking about traffic that is coming all the way from down the other gas station on the highway, Millennium Highway. So the solution about creating a 4-lane at the Walken Marine gas station, I don't think that's the best solution really for the problem.
My concerns with the traffic situation on the Blue Hills main road, as a regular commuter, it is very unbearing because in the mornings when you're on the way to work, it's very hard to have to deal with the traffic situation. And considering that you have so many vehicles going in the morning, it is very hard for you to deal with.
This former Blue Hills resident had enough, moving out of the area. The traffic, she said, affecting her life immensely.
Well, actually, I lived in Blue Hills for a few years, and my daughter used to go to Bass Institute. But because of the traffic jam every morning getting in and out, it was so crazy till I couldn't take it anymore, and I had no choice then to move her to another school because I was not only being late for work, she was being late for school. So the road wasn't user-friendly at all. I hope that something is done about this real soon. And the second phase of that plan will be to divert traffic coming out of Blue Hills through Q-Town. But as you can see here this morning, most of the traffic coming out of Blue Hills is headed towards the Blue Hills roundabout and not necessarily through Q-Town. According to a press release from the government, the engineering design work for Phase 1 of the project has already begun, and works are expected to commence this year. 4 News reached out to the ministry about the plans, but we were unable to get a comment up to airtime. 4 News will continue to follow this developing story. Reporting on behalf of 4 News, I'm Joydel Trail.